Wanted to kind of get your perspective on Russ, because
Just do it. Complete opposite of like kind of the picture everybody kind of paints him to be, at least character-wise. Like, you're his teammate, he rides for you. He doesn't give a damn if you're on another team.
There is going to be so many comments to this video that says, Mike, you're overreacting. It's preseason. Bro, look, I'm going to say this from day one, okay? From the very, very beginning. And I've said this over and over again. There is no hope for this Los Angeles Lakers team. And this time, I have empirical evidence for us to analyze so us as Laker fans could actually panic about how bad of a season it's going to be. So before we get to the content, guys, there is some scumbag bot that is imitating me, telling you to text him on Telegram so you could win some sort of prize.
I don't have a freaking Telegram, bro.
And I would never say in the comment section that you want a giveaway. If you win anything from me, I will make a huge spectacle out of it in a video or on Twitter or on Instagram. Now that we got all that out of the way, cue the intro. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? It has been a very peculiar offseason for the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, we went from trying to get Kyrie Irving to deciding that we need to hold on to our 2 future first-round picks, trading Talon Horton-Tucker for Patrick Beverley one summer after deciding that he was untouchable and not trading him for Kyle Lowry, bringing back Dennis Schroeder on a fraction of the cost that he originally was offered by the Lakers a couple years ago, and signing a bunch of players to veteran minimum contracts. Now look, there is hope for optimism. Maybe Kendrick Nunn stays healthy this year. We didn't get to see him play last year. Maybe Dennis Schroeder plays with a fire for the Los Angeles Lakers this year. Maybe the real reason why Anthony Davis was so terrible last year was because he had a broken wrist, like he said. And maybe Patrick Beverley, despite all of his past baggage with Russell Westbrook, is exactly what the Los Angeles Lakers need. But more likely than not, I think we're looking at a team that's a possible 6th seed, if not a play-in team, and that's my personal opinion, and as a Laker fan, I hope I am wrong. But I have a reputation on this channel as being the realistic Laker fan, which is why I am bringing you guys this analysis to begin with. So it's really important to open up this video by bringing you guys an article that we got yesterday from The Athletic. Now, this was before the Lakers preseason game, and trust me, we have some stuff to show you from the Lakers preseason game. Now, this article is by John Krasinski of The Athletic saying Patrick Beverley knows exactly what he's doing with the Lakers and Russell Westbrook. And for the most part, it's an article that is just out there to say, hey, Pat Bev and Russ don't hate each other as much as you think. It opens up with a story that Patrick Beverley tells about Russell Westbrook setting Beverley's sister up with courtside tickets for a game when Russell Westbrook's Houston Rockets faced Patrick Beverley's LA Clippers. This is a story he hasn't told and I haven't told. Next play, I go to him during the game at the free throw line and say, you know what? That's real that you did that. If I was to name a best friend, so far I've been on the team 4 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. But if I was to name a best friend, it would easily be him. It's kind of wild that these two would potentially be best friends, considering how Russell Westbrook came for this man's entire brand and called him a fraud 3 years ago.
Pat Bev trick y'all, man, like you play defense. You don't guard nobody, man. Just run around doing nothing.
Now let's assume that Patrick Beverley and Russell Westbrook have phenomenal chemistry with one another. I mean, let's just assume that things are going great with this remarkable lineup that the Los Angeles Lakers featured last night. So for those of you guys that didn't know, last night the Lakers decided to trot out their real regular season starting 5. The reason I'm putting it in quotations is I can't believe this is our starting 5. The starting 5 featured Russell Westbrook, Patrick Beverley, Lonnie Walker, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. And to be honest, there was a lot not to like about this preseason game. I mean, this is what LeBron James had to say about the small ball lineup.
Obviously, we've had different lineups and different looks throughout the preseason. Tonight was another opportunity to see what that lineup looked like. I thought it looked pretty good. I thought we were really good at times. Can get stagnant at times, but I thought for the most part we had that ball movement. We just couldn't make any shots, but I thought Lonnie was really, really good, very explosive from the start of the game, got to the rim, got an and one. I thought he was really good in the minutes that he had before the rolled ankle.
Now look, man, a huge reason for my pessimism is the fact that the Lakers are essentially employing the same strategy as they did last year, this year, signing a bunch of players to veteran minimum contracts, having it ride out with LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, and Anthony Davis. And to their defense, there's really not much of a choice here. It's either that or give up future first round picks so you could take on players with larger salaries, or for salaries that could expire at the conclusion of this season, but you might lose the player and you might not be that much better in the short term. So I understand why the Lakers are doing this, but there are specific instances from this game in particular that make me so pessimistic. So there's footage that I believe that the entire media world is trying to trick you guys on because they want to drive a narrative, and then there's footage that I'm actually concerned about. So as the Lakers are getting ready to face off against the Minnesota Timberwolves, mind you, this is the Timberwolves without two of their best players. I mean, Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns aren't playing in this game. Russell Westbrook is completely separated from the huddle in this video, which isn't necessarily the greatest look. He's taking off his warm-ups here, completely separate from the Los Angeles Lakers as they are huddling up, getting ready for the game, and then he's walking out to center court. Now, I do want to preface this by saying that this is a little deceitful, but you can make an argument that this is bad. But I like giving you guys the full picture here because this clip was taken from a much longer clip. As in the very beginning of the game, Russell Westbrook was actually with the Los Angeles Lakers. He did a little handshake with LeBron James over here before deciding to run around to the side and take off his warm-ups. Again, be very wary that the NBA and NBA media might be trying to drive a narrative here. And bear in mind, people that have played with Russell Westbrook in the past have said historically that Russell Westbrook's a phenomenal teammate. I mean, this is what his previous superstar teammate had to say about him. No, not Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal.
Wanted to kind of get your perspective on Russ, because
Let's do it. The complete opposite of like kind of the picture everybody kind of paints him to be, at least character wise. Like you're his teammate, he rides for you. He doesn't give a damn if you're on another team. Like he rides with his guys, he loves his team. And that's what he's all about. Even the staff, like it's a respect factor from top down. And I enjoy playing with him. Like we knew what we were getting in practice and in games. And it was the same guy, right? He'd go hard in practice, pushing everybody. He pushed me. Like there was, you know how it is. It's 82 games, man. You don't want to play every game. You don't want to, you're tired, right? You don't want to practice every day, right? And so to see his mindset, he's like, no, let's go, B, let's go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And like, he's in the middle of a game, tired as I don't know what, like, and pushing guys and encouraging guys. And so that part of him is phenomenal.
Now, throughout the game, we got a very comical moment. I mean, we had this fantastic game of hot potato between Russell Westbrook and Jaden McDaniels, which we all found fairly comical. But I think the most important clip of this entire game, and I think these clips just consistently adding on, is what's causing people to be a little concerned about this year's Laker team. Towards the end of the third quarter, Patrick Beverley tries to huddle up the Los Angeles Lakers. This is what Pat Bev was brought here to do, man. I mean, he's not going to necessarily translate to the greatest on-court success, but I could see him bringing the unit together. And you can see Russell Westbrook wants nothing to do with this huddle of the Los Angeles Lakers. He's just standing to the side. Pat Bev keeps on asking him to come over here. Anthony Davis even tries to go and comfort Russell Westbrook, but he has no interest in joining them after fouling his man on the court. Now, the argument to this could also be Russ is just frustrated that he fouled his man and he thought the call was BS. Now look, man, no one has been more responsible for making content on Russell Westbrook's shortcomings more than me. I mean, I've made so much content on this guy over the past year, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm still very pessimistic about the Los Angeles Lakers this year and how they are going to perform based upon the offseason that they just had. But it's my job as a NBA news commentator that a lot of you guys depend on to give you your NBA news, to give you the entire story and the entire picture. So we do actually have Russell Westbrook's reaction to this entire story. He actually has an interview that we're going to bring to you guys in a sec. But before we bring that to you, it's important that you see the context of the viral clip where Russell Westbrook refused to huddle up with Anthony Davis, Lonnie Walker, Patrick Beverley, and LeBron James. You see, Russell Westbrook was very frustrated by the fact that this was called a foul and one. He was very pissed off. This is what the media decided media to edit out. This is what they're not showing you. It's really important to understand the context of the situation because the media is trying to drive a narrative here. And don't get me wrong, I'm still very pessimistic about the future of the Los Angeles Lakers. After all, when you add these clips together, something's gotta give. There's been a lot of stories about Russell Westbrook and his role on the Los Angeles Lakers. We saw how it worked out last year as well. So when you feature these clips and the fact that the Lakers are losing in preseason to a undermanned Minnesota Timberwolves team, and that's even before we even talk about the statistics of the players. I mean, a lot of the key players of the Los Angeles Lakers just had a horrific game, from Kendrick Nunn only scoring 6 points off of 2 of 11 shooting and 0 for 6 from 3, to Russell Westbrook scoring only 1 point and having 3 turnovers in the first half. Now again, I know it's just preseason, but you have to admit, a lot of this is definitely driving in some pessimism for myself as a Laker fan. Now, my pessimism aside, this is what Russell Westbrook had to say about the fact that the media is distorting and manipulating footage about him in order to drive a narrative.
It's really weird, man. Pre-game, I've been doing that since I've been in the league for years, man. I think they just cut the video, and obviously the internet don't take it and run whatever they need to run with. But I've been doing the same ritual since I've been in the league. I'm pretty sure you guys are probably can attest to that. But as far as the other video, I was actually talking to the coaches, and they cut that video in half as well. I was talking to the coaches about a missed coverage. So, I don't pay no mind to it, man. It's honestly, I'm just trying to compete and do my job. Everything, videos, you get nitpicked. You can cut any video and make anything you want out of it. It's not up to me to be able to judge that. I know I'm a genuine team player. I never had a problem being with my teammates, and I continue to do what I've been doing.
Do you feel in LA? Have you kind of felt some of those moments of more scrutiny over things that, in other places you played, in other parts of your career, might just kind of seem normal?
It's been the same for me, honestly, man, in my career. I'm very used to it, and I'm very accustomed to it. That's why I've been just blessed and thankful to be able to continue to play each year, and I keep my head down and continue competing. And whatever comes with the extra stuff comes with it. It's not up to me to be able to make videos or make things for the internet. I just go out and do my job.
Now, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think? Maybe I'm just reading way too much into preseason. Maybe I'm just that hungry for basketball. And maybe once the regular season starts, things are gonna get kicked off into a new gear. And all the additions that the Los Angeles Lakers ended up making, from their brand new head coach of Darvin Ham to their brand new offseason additions, is exactly what they needed to get themselves in the top 4 of the Western Conference. But more likely than not, I feel like we're in for another disaster of a season. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.